November 7 and proudly supported by Artery on Triple J.
5 minutes, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Go to Australia! Go to Australia! Go to Australia! Go to Australia!
Their end of the lesson from TISM, give up on Australia. I guess that could be their entry into this competition, but we can't allow them to enter because, in fact, they are judging the competition for our search for a new Aussie anthem here on the morning show on Triple J, 20 minutes past 11. May I introduce to you now two men who know a lot about singing for Australia.
Francis, you ready? You ready? You ready?
Ron Hitler-Barassi fired up.
Ready? You ready, Francis?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm switched on, in fact. Michael Christian style. Ron Hitler-Barassi's here. Good morning, Ron.
Hello, Francis.
Humphrey B. Flaubert is here as well. How are you?
Hello, Francis.
You know, we're searching for a new national anthem. We've had entries from all around the country because people have been complaining for years, Ron, that our current national anthem just isn't up to the mark.
I agree. Humphrey and I would like to say initially that how disappointed we are in the Howard government. Having soft, bleeding heart, neo-communist types like Philip Ruddock letting people into our country willy-nilly. I think our national anthem should send a strong message. We are such a soft touch, and we've got people like Ruddock and Howard running around giving open checkbooks to Afghan refugees and saying, one way to Australia, all welcome, you know. And I think it's time that it's the Philip Ruddocks of this world should be put on a leaky boat and sent out and not be rescued because it's time to teach them it's a law of a jungle.
Well, you know, the Prime Minister's department has been following carefully our search for a new Australian anthem. They batting for our current one. They believe that is the one that we should remain with.
You know that serial pest boy?
Peter Hoare.
Yes.
Peter Hoare. I actually think he's Philip Ruddock.
Well, no one's actually seen them in the same room at the same time. But, Francis, I'd like to commend you on your courage for continuing this interview. The haunting trickle of blood that's coming from your nose at the moment is starting to bubble as you breathe in and out.
Well, that's because I had to be ready for today, and I'll get the three votes. I'll be best on ground by the end of it. Thank you, Ron.
I found that quite disturbing, the beginning of our interview. I'd also like to point out that I'm disappointed for you that you didn't get a mention on Long Way to the Top.
that
Richard
was
Kingsmill
criminal.
had his face on camera, and I think you're a far more attractive person physically and on the inside too. And, you know, Richard's done a lot for Australian rock bands, so I've heard. But,
Richard who?
you know, I think they should sort of reapproach that series. A Long Way to the Top and Francis Leach.
Yes, there should be
the title.
the seventh episode.
Another thing I think our national anthem has to mention is how, and I learned this from A Long Way to the Top, Australia invented grunge, apparently. Kim
Well, they
Salmon invented grunge. I think they said on A Long Way to the Top it was October the 27th at 3 p.m. in Perth.
Yes.
And he invented grunge at that point. And that makes the rest of us just Nirvana's bunnies. And that's something I've felt for a long time about Australian rock and roll.
Australia did invent a lot of things. Australia
yes.
invented the Nuremberg rallies.
Yes, opera.
Australia invented breathing.
Yeah.
And
Hieroglyphics.
quite clearly, Australia doesn't get the credit for a lot of the things that it has brought to society.
And, you know, I don't know, they talk about Chris Masters, they talk about the ABC and the breaking open of the Queensland government and that sort of investigative journalism. But I thank the producers of A Long Way to the Top for breaking open the great scandal that Australian rock and roll has consistently invented every new trend in rock and roll since 1957, including hip-hop.
Indeed. Well, look, before we talk any more about that, speaking of great Australian music, we're going to have to listen to the Prime Minister's entry in our search for a new national anthem, and not surprisingly, he likes to keep it just the way it is, and this is a version that we believe should replace the current Julie Anthony one, which is going to be sung at the AFL Grand Final, blah, 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 from our favourite friends in Skivvies.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free. With golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
From Hitler-Barassi and Humphrey B from TISM, it's the Wiggles.
Yes.
The Prime Minister's entry in our Advance Australia Fair, well, advancing the National Anthem competition. Do you reckon he's on the money here, isn't he?
Well, yeah, the Wiggles are getting closer and closer to redefining rock as we know it. I've noticed that they roped in Tim Finn on their last recording, and I've heard actually that they're currently at work on a collaboration with Radiohead. It's called Nephew A. And, you know, I think the Wiggles probably should win because they're very poor. You know, none of their merchandising ideas have worked over the last 10 years, and they've actually had to double mortgage their houses. And there's, of course, the drug habit that I won't get into. But so let's pick the Wiggles. I mean, I'm not interested in what other people come up with.
So, Francis, can we just make that one win and move on to what we want to talk about, or we have to play these other losers?
We have to play these other losers. Look, have a listen to this. This is a selection of ones that didn't make the cut for you to judge. This is a very harrowing 2.5 minutes, but bear with us.
A is for the animals that live in our bush, and U is for unusual rugged rangers.
Australians all like to rejoice, so come to the barbie in your favourite shirt. We're free because there's so much choice. You can live in the city or the bush, and we are girt by sea. And what that means is we've got the world's longest speech. If it's lifestyle that you're looking
about a guy called Bill. He had a mullet and lived in Yuppieville. That was
R is
unfortunate.
for the laughter from the children we adore, and I is industrious, sleeves rolled up, on with the job.
We are
Australis. We are from many lands. We speak in many tongues. One tongue per head, please, except for lovers of tonsil hockey and snakes and freaks.
Risk of sounding cross. We got so much sunshine that the sun shines out of us. Can feel our lips. I'm proud to say that I'm an Aussie. Down to the bone in my heart and soul. Yeah, I'm an Aussie. Living it up and having fun. Yeah, I'm an Aussie. We don't back down from anyone. Yeah, I'm an Aussie.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm an Aussie.
Some of the entries we've had in our search for a new national anthem here on the morning show at 28 minutes past 11. Ron Hitler-Barassi and Humphrey B. Flaubert from TISM are with us to pick a new national anthem for us. So none of those you think were... It really was quite frightening, that 2.5 minutes. I'm sorry to do that to you, Ron.
No, I think they shouldn't worry about this competition. They should just get record deals, because I know there'd be a lot of record companies interested in
I
them.
think the guy who was going, I'm an Aussie, though I'd like to raise the disturbing possibility he's Austrian. But he should write to Michael Parisi at Festival Mushroom Records. Michael Parisi, once he's out of rehab, will sign him up. Ron Hitler-Barassi guarantees it. So whoever you are, I'm an Aussie, sue Michael Parisi from Festival Mushroom Records if he doesn't sign you up. Is that all right?
Okay, the first of our real entries, though, the first of the ones we think are worth having a listen to. Nick and Stu Young have come up with a song which I think you would share the sentiment of. It's called Have a Nice Day Somewhere Else, and have a listen to this. Language warning, people. This has got a fair bit of swearing in if you don't like swearing. Tune out for the next 4 minutes or so. Maybe for the next half an hour.
G'day, g'day. And how's it going? What do you want? And how the fuck are you? How's your chick? I hear she's spruce. She's married a bloke called Mary Ann Bruce. Have a nice day somewhere else. Come back when you can't stay so long. It's good to see the back of your head. Goodbye was the best thing you ever said. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, and give Australia a break. Fuck off, give Australia a break. Coming here was your first mistake. I know the world is yours to explore, but why did you come here at all? Have a nice day somewhere else.
Have a Nice Day Somewhere Else from Nick and Stu Young. Ron Hitler-Barassi, Humphrey B. Flaubert. What do you think? Can you see Thorpe on the dais singing that at the next Olympic Games?
I'd like to say to them that swearing, smart aleck lyrics, and a cynical attitude, get fucked, mate, we're working this side of the street.
Well, we've got them on the phone, actually, if you want to say hello to them. We're going to talk to Nick and Stu. How are you? Who's there? We've got Stu there. Stu, hi, how are you? Can you hear us, mate?
I can.
Meet Ron and Humphrey.
Hey, Ron and Humphrey.
Hello, Stu.
We've got your album right here, so watch what you say.
That's terrible.
Why aren't you at work?
We're just about to snap it.
Yeah, well, look, Stu, you're quite clearly more talented than us, so
clever.
try and take our comments with a grain of salt, because essentially it's jealousy. That's where our comments are coming from. Are you good looking?
Well, the truth can fuck up your whole day, basically.
Can we just tone this down just a bit, Stu? There are young kids in the room.
Yeah, there's no need for the potty mouth, Stu.
Yes.
I'm very sorry.
Stu, do you earn a lot of money?
Way too much.
Stu, is there a girl in the room with you?
There is. Hello.
You disgust me.
Good to talk to you, Stu. We'll see if you're the winner.
Stu, let me tell you, you're not winning, Stu.
I've just got one thing to say.
This is the one part of your life you're not going to win, Stu.
We had 3 entries into this song: Rotting Australia, Have a Nice Day, and Love This Country. The reason we sent these songs in is because John Howard's been rotting Australia for 2 terms, and now he's telling refugees to have a nice day.
Yes, Stu, we know. But that's not the point of this. Thanks for your entry. We'll see if you win. The next one comes from DJ Cook.
Stu rather lost it there at the end.
He
didn't
did.
He?
Yeah,
I agree with him. Good on Stu.
He got the
good on
soapbox
him.
out.
Yeah.
He did, yeah. I mean...
He's a very successful man.
What did he say? I wasn't listening. Oh, sorry.
DJ Cook. Maybe Australia's first hip-hop anthem. Let's have a listen.
Check. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Alright, stop. Grab a comic and listen. Cook is kicking on a fat ass mission. My first mate grabs a hold on me tightly, sailing a ship daily and nightly. Will I ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Find me a country and I'll go to the extreme. I rock a ship like a vandal, light up the deck so much to chump like a candle. Dance to those indigenous moves. I'm getting funky to the didgeridoo. Yeah, I'm waiting for the natives to come. I'm shooting rounds off with my gun to colonize it in the name of the queen. I am the man and I'm cutting it clean. If you got a problem, Cook will solve it. Check out the shit while my deckhand resolves it. Australia, baby. Advance Australia, baby. Advance Australia, baby. Advance Australia, baby. 1, 2, 3, here we go.
So there we go, DJ Cook, who's on the phone with us here on the morning show, Humphrey B. Flaubert and Ron Hitler-Barassi from TISM as well. Australia's first hip-hop anthem, James Cook as a high sea sailing gangster.
He's righteous.
Is DJ Cook.
He's here. Morning, DJ.
Hello.
You there, DJ?
Hey, how you going, guys?
What up,
Yeah.
stone fat
Bitch,
in
man.
your fly
Come
hoopty?
in right place, mate. I'll put a cap in your ass.
Business.
That's it.
DJ, have you picked the hip hop genre because it speaks so eloquently of Australia's own cultures?
Well, what could be more Australian
than hip hop? That's right.
Than ripping off America.
Stop saying funny things, DJ.
Can't help myself.
It's not allowed.
DJ, did you record that in your lounge room?
In my study, actually.
Is there a girl there?
Yes, there is.
Do you earn a lot of money?
Not enough.
You disgust me.
DJ,
I love it.
Do people look at you sort of like you're above them on the camera, and then you can move your arms out a bit like Lancelot Link?
From time to time, yeah.
That's excellent. Yeah, I think you might win as a result of that. Are your pants fat? That's with a PH?
Yes, extremely.
Excellent.
Extremely pH fat.
Excellent.
Good on you, DJ.
DJ, you're better than us.
Thank you, boys.
DJ Cook, one of the entrants into our searching for a new Aussie anthem.
He's going to win, Humphrey, isn't he?
I think so, yeah. Well, he slipped me a little on the way in, so...
We'll be back to talk to Humphrey B. Flaubert and Ron Hitler-Barassi from TISM, and here's some more anthems after we hear from Depeche Mode on Triple J, 25 to midday. You're listening to The Morning Show on Triple J, 21 to midday, Depeche Mode and Dream On. Francis Leach with you. Ron Hitler-Barassi and Humphrey B. Flaubert from TISM are here as well.
Actually, a lot of people don't know this, but Australia actually invented Depeche Mode.
Well, that was Oz Rock at its best.
Well, it was
So,
Oz
wasn't
Rock
it?
at its best, yeah.
That just wasn't a drab load of moaning rubbish.
No.
That was...
No, that
it was
film clip where
floor on
they
the
all
floor, rock and
smeared a
roll.
bit of dirt on them. You know, that was Oz Rock at its best.
The Dream On song we just played,
Yes.
that wasn't just somnolent, preening English wankery. That
No.
I felt the bass and snare pumped. What a tight rhythm section.
Well, absolutely.
The thing that I am annoyed about is A Long Way to the Top didn't mention Depeche Mode once.
No.
And, you know, they were
Even
seminal.
though Juno Roxas was the lead singer of Depeche Mode. Not a lot of people know that.
Another entry in our search for a new national anthem isn't from Juno Roxas, thank God for that, but it's from a group who calls themselves Daddy Longlegs, and this is called Australasian Fair.
We need more Asians. We need more Asians. We need Asians. We need more Asians.
Ron, Humphrey, I think you get the idea from Daddy Longlegs. That's their track, Australasian Fair. And Daddy Longlegs has joined us on the line. Good morning. How are you?
G'day.
Hello, Daddy Longlegs.
How are you guys?
How difficult it is for you to have the name Daddy Longlegs in society? You know, like when you're at a party and people say, "This is Wayne, Wayne, this is Daddy Longlegs." Do you find that a difficult moment?
Absolutely not. I mean, can you picture, why would it be difficult? I can't understand what you mean.
Oh, no. Just that, I personally have had a lot of nightmares about Daddy Longlegs. And do you know that they're the most poisonous of all spiders? It's just they've got such little poison in their sack. Look, I'm really bored with this. That was actually quite good. We need more Asians is a theory that TISM has been espousing for a long time. I actually think Australia full Caucasians out is the TISM philosophy. So you've done well there.
Daddy Longlegs, I've got a question.
Okay.
Is there a girl there?
There is.
Do you earn a lot of money?
I sort of do.
You disgust me.
There's a theme developing here, Daddy Longlegs. Thanks for your entry. We'll see how you go in the wash-up as we select Australia's new national anthem with Humphrey B. Flaubert and Ron Hitler-Barassi from TISM. This one came from a bloke who liked to call himself, funnily enough, Ken Oath.
Go! I am Australian and I is right to school. Kangaroos don't have electricity and I like to wear thongs, not shoes. My dog is my friend and we like to drink beer every day. I have long yellow eyes but I don't like to say it. G'day, 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 g'day. Don't say g'day. G'day, 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 g'day. Olivia Newton is my favorite one, the love of my life. Rule everyone man a meal and she'll say yes to be my wife. I'll be my sheep cow or anything that lives off with. I'll be my grandmother and she was not so sinewy. G'day, 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 g'day. Don't say g'day.
There it is from Ken Oath. Simon from Ken Oath is joining us on the morning show to talk to Ron Hitler-Barassi and Humphrey B. Flaubert. G'day to you, Simon.
G'day, mate. How's it going?
Simon, have you got a lot of time on your hands?
Why do you ask?
Like, what the hell are you doing entering a competition like this? All that effort, all that time. Where'd you record that, Simon?
Well, I recorded it 2 years ago, actually, to be truthful.
Simon, you know how every talkback caller to radio is an absolute idiot?
Yeah.
You know, because they obviously got too much time on their hands and they just sort of hang around and call up Stan Zamanek and all that sort of rubbish. I reckon you're like them. Simon, is there a girl there?
There is a girl in the band.
Do you earn a lot of money?
No.
Well, that's the end of that.
Theory, isn't it? You've done a great job there, Ron.
Yes, that tune's very uplifting, Simon. Now, Ken Oath, is that the name of your band?
That is correct, yeah.
Right.
Simon, do you know John Williamson?
Pardon?
Do you know John Williamson?
Yes, I do. I'd love to hear him do a rendition of that song.
I haven't met anyone who doesn't want to punch him out. Do you want to punch John Williamson out?
Oh, every now and then.
Oh.
It's a little bit like masturbation, isn't it?
It's a guilty pleasure, I find, punching John Williamson out. You know, they used to tell us back at school, you know, too much of it and you'll get addicted to it, and it's true too.
Yeah.
Well, I've already gone blind, so...
Okay, Simon, good luck. We'll see if you are the winner in the end. We'll be back to play another one in a sec.
It's about that time of
after we hear from On Ink on Triple J. This has also got swearing. A lot of swearing this morning. If you don't like swearing, come back after midday, I reckon. On Triple J. On Ink on Triple J and the Silver Girl Shuffle at 11 to midday.
The morning show.
Francis Leach with you, Humphrey B. Flaubert, and also Ron Hitler-Barassi from TISM, helping us to judge the search for a new national anthem. Now, this one comes from a fellow who calls himself Mr. Music.
Wrong. Beer. Beer. Beer, 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 beer. Football, beer, 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 football, football. Beer, 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 beer. Football, beer, 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 football, football. Beer, 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 beer. Football, beer, 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 football.
Now, Gert, what the does Gert mean? Somebody tell me, what the does Gert mean?
Wrong. Gert, 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 Gert. What's that? Gert, Gert, Gert. What's that? Wrong. Gert, 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 Gert. What's that? Gert, Gert, Gert. What's that? What's that? Good girl. Beer, 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 beer.
Ron and Humphrey, does it inspire you to patriotic fervour?
Reminds me of when Peter Allen played it. I think it was the 80 or 82 grand
80,
final.
yes, Collingwood,
And
Richmond.
he came flouncing out in a pink jumpsuit, waving his arms to the crowd, and I was standing in the standing room, and everyone started booing. I think that band there should be this year's halftime grand final entertainment.
Mr. Music is with us. Mr. Music, how are you?
Hey guys.
Would you
Hello.
love the opportunity to entertain a crowd at halftime at the AFL grand final and sing that song?
I'd definitely be interested.
Well,
Can you guys set it up for me?
Yes, it's set up.
Hey, good song. I like that song.
That's excellent. But, you know, if you played at halftime at this year's grand final, there'd be a great competition between you and John Williamson about who'd want to be punched out the most.
Oh, yeah.
I think you'd give John Williamson a good run for the money, and I haven't said that much.
Hey, is that the True Blue guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
he's great, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yes. Actually, sorry, what was your name again?
My name is Mr. Music.
Yes, I know that, but what was your name again?
Oh, my stage name?
Yes.
My stage name is Bill.
Okay, Bill.
How you going, guys?
Good. You're actually the same guy we've spoken to every time, aren't you?
I am. I'm just putting on a different voice each time.
You're Daddy Longlegs and DJ Cook and Bring More Asians person thing.
And that Oath guy, he was pretty cool too.
Yes.
Who am I speaking to, sorry?
It's
that
Francis
Humphrey or
Leach.
Ron?
No, this
That's
is...
not Francis.
Oh, sorry.
Francis, help me.
It's
No, I'm not going to help you.
Richard
No way.
Kingsmill.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Rich, you wouldn't have heard of him. He's done nothing for Oz Rock either.
Well, apparently. Didn't he invent Oz Rock or something like that? You guys have been talking about that?
Have you been listening, DJ
I have,
Cook?
actually.
Bring More Asians.
I've been enjoying it.
Well, yeah, your minimalist approach to it, your use of drum machines.
Which sounded very much like the TISM drum machine too.
Well,
doesn't
it did, yes.
And the lack of vocab thing, yeah.
I think what you need to be aware of is that your art is going to be Baudelarized in future and put to a Japanese cracker commercial. Much like the work of the fantastic German band Trio was...
Oh, yes.
Was bastardised, if I may say bastardised, before lunch on a Friday.
Well, there's been a lot of swearing on the show, so pretty much whatever goes.
Well, you were doing it before
Was
in
I?
one of your previous guises.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that.
Mr. Music, hold on the line. We'll see who's actually going to be the winner of our competition as the judges do confer, Humphrey B. Flaubert and Ron Hitler-Barassi. Okay, you've heard what Australia has to offer. What do you reckon?
Well, I think, if we're talking about the best song, you'd have to consider that Mr. Music's minimalism is really cutting right to the core of
He's
what
the Aussie
Australia
Philip
is about.
Glass, isn't he?
Well, he is, that's right.
An
yeah.
evening with Philip Glass, what? Only an evening?
Absolutely. Philip's actually putting the back windows on my extension at the moment. He's brought Steve Reich around. But anyway, we won't bother with that because that's quite dull. Yeah, Mr. Music, excellent job.
Excellent.
He should win, but he won't.
No, and the hip-hop fellow, I felt that was stunning in its vicious urban reality. I think that should win, but it's not going to win.
And also the kind of technological, the stunning technological, breathtaking landscapes of that thing about Bring More Asians was, probably presenting to the listeners the way in which Australian society has managed to catch up with the 80s, and that should win.
And it's not going to. And the young man who got on his soapbox and played the guitar and had a song full of potty mouth, he was passionate, he was concerned, and he cared, and he should win. And he's not going to win, Humphrey, because there's only one clear winner.
Absolutely.
You and I both agree, and the second we heard this song, we knew that this should be the new Aussie anthem, because this song is Oz rock at its best. So come on down, 'cause I'm an Aussie!
Let's bring it on from the heart of the outback to the center of town. Come on and get together, yeah, let's all unite. Any Aussie out there is a friend of mine. You know you want to, don't you? Contain yourself not to. Feeling in your veins that electrifies and rocks you. It's all we've done, I know we've made. Yeah, I'm proud to say that I'm an Aussie. Down to the bone in my heart and soul. Yeah, I'm an Aussie. Living it up and having fun. Yeah, I'm an Aussie. We don't back down from anyone. Yeah, I'm an Aussie. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
Oh, yes.
Yeah! Irix.
You ready? Are you ready?
Jared,
if you were there at Punch, are you ready, Jerry?
Yeah!
I'm an Aussie!
Irix.
Rock and roll!
Australian rock at its finest.
Sorry, Jared, what was that?
That's fantastic. Eric's.
You're the look,
Irix, sorry.
Eric's. Now, you guys aren't really Radiohead, are you?
No, but we want to be.
And when you said that any Australian is a friend of yours, I'm really glad you said that because, somebody has got to be friends with Ivan Milat and Julian Knight.
That's right. You're not really
Gary David.
You're not the Radiators, though, are you?
Bin Laden.
Well, he's not Australian.
Leave that one alone, mate.
Ooh.
You are rocking. Have you got do you look like the guys from the Radiators? You know the bass player from the Radiators who is the most ugly man in the history of Australia? I mean, only you could be friends with him. Like, have you got a mullet and do you sort of, when you sing, you go, I'm an Aussie? Do you sort of grab your belt and point your fingers down to your penis? That sort of business?
No. That's actually my brother that's singing, but
is he an Aussie?
he's an Aussie, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, rock.
Young Aussie rock and rollers. Yeah.
REI, vibration, positive.
Are you from Perth, mate?
Yeah, mate.
Does Perth rock?
Perth rock.
Perth rocks, yeah, you ready?
Yeah, mate, it's great.
You win.
They're the new V Capri.
Yeah.
All right.
You win, and you know what you win? A crappy Triple J T-shirt.
Oh, well, that's something. We got some airplay.
And some national pride, because we're going to send it to John Howard.
When's the album coming out?
Well,
actually, at the end of the year.
Excellent.
Yeah, good.
Is that on FMR Records with Michael Parisi? Give Michael a call.
Yeah. Have you been to the Johnny Young Talent School?
Michael's not an Aussie.
I recommend you do.
Good on you, Jerry. Congratulations.
You rock!
Thank you very much.
Irix! Yeah! Irix!
Rock! You're on the morning show on Triple J. Ron Hitler-Barassi, Humphrey B. Flaubert. Thank you for coming in and sharing that very patriotic hour with us.
You disgust me.
You've got a record coming out at the end of the year. No, October.
Yes,
What's
it's
it called?
called Eric's Australian rock at its finest.
Look for it in your local shop. Thanks to Kyla Slavin, Zoe Jones, Steve Kinane, Catchwar, Michelle White, Tony Collins, John Thompson-Mills, Peter Donald and Vicky Carrigan for all their work on the show this week. We'll be back again on Monday from 9. And don't forget Caroline Tran up after the news with 3 hours of great lunchtime tunes. Catch you later.